Hello and welcome to Steve's Seaside Allotment channel, and it's just a standard weekly update today, and I'm just going to show you around. And there's lots happening today actually, because we're going to have the stumps ground out, and once we get the stumps ground out in the area where we're going to put the polytunnel, we can level the ground and get it all nice and clear and start digging the holes and everything. So it's a really exciting milestone, and yeah, there's not that much else going on the plots, but I'll just give you a quick whiz round and show you what's up. Okay, so this is my plot, and here are the offending stumps. We dug the apple trees out cut the apple trees down rather a few weeks ago, and the tree surgeon's come in with his mighty stump grinder, and he's going to grind them out. And that one wouldn't have been too difficult to take out on its own, but yeah, that one would have been hard work. And then there's another fairly big one here, so I'm really pleased to get those out. And then there's a few changes and then go on, so I'm going to move that compost bin out of the way, because that's going to be kind of the walk-through entrance to the polytunnel. The polytunnel's going to sit on this piece of land here, and yeah, it's all quite exciting. I've got it all ready to order. I got my approval letter from the town council yesterday, so let's just have a quick look round. So under here we planted some lamb's lettuce. We're just giving it a little bit of protection because there was a lot of hail. These carrots are still doing fine, and we've got some leaf beet there. It's not done fantastically well this week because, as I say, we've had a lot of snow and hail, and the stuff outdoors obviously always suffers a bit when that happens. Cleared this bed and popped some lovely Navarro lettuce in there. It's all looking really healthy, and that's Navarro lettuce that's overwintered, so that's what it's going to look like. Some Grenoble red in here. And just to make space, I just popped these little winter gems, which were in that bed, over into the other one. And we've got some beets there as well, and those beets are just being used for leaves. A few more carrots in that bed, and then we've got spinach in here. That's doing really nicely, and some lettuces over there. A few straggly leeks, winter miner's lettuce and carrots over there. And this is still doing really well. Lovely spinach crop, and this is really tasty. This mustard. The big leaves are a little bit spicy, but the small leaves I'm really enjoying those in my salads every day. A bit of red frills, some more spinach in there, and what have we got in here? So this bed I'm trying to get cleared, so I'm eating the spring onions from here and the red frills from here and this pak choi, and snipping off the winter miner's lettuce, but pretty much as soon as I snip it off it regrows, so it doesn't look like I'm getting through it very fast. But I don't think in a week's time I think I'll be clearing this bed and getting it replanted. This newly planted bed's doing okay. Let's have a quick look in the greenhouse. I'm very pleased to see that a lot of these seedlings in here are really starting to thrive. Just look at those little lettuces now, really coming on nicely, and really pleased with all of those. My perennial kales look like they're rooting away. Still very pleased with my little overwintered calabrese. I'm looking forward to those. Yeah, some more lettuces in here, a few spring onions and things. So enough there anyway for to fill those beds that I'm clearing. Other than that, everything else is at home. I'll probably do a video showing all the stuff that's at home. Quite a lot on the way. Spring onions growing along nicely in here. Spring onions growing well there. These lettuces are looking fantastic. I just love these Navara, so great. And then my carrots in the middle, and then radishes. Radishes are looking a bit leggy at this time of the year, but they always do, and they always seem to be fine. I might earth them up a little bit. A trick that I learnt from my mum, and works surprisingly well. So what else have we got? We've got some more spinach in here, which is doing well, but the carrots that I planted in here, there is no sign of those. So I'm going to replant this bed because it's been about 2 weeks now, and I'd expect some sign of life. So I'm going to plant alternate rows just in case they do come up, and we'll see what happens there. Underneath that fleece I've got some more spinach, got a little bit of kale there, it's not looking great. My strawberries are doing pretty well actually in here. I don't know whether I can easily show you. Let's have a look. Yeah, they're doing quite nicely. Quite pleased with those. Newly planted bed here with a bit of old Navara at the back there. That'll soon be coming out and get replanted, and that's doing really nicely there. Motty stone, freckles and Navara. And I'm munching my way through these Salanova reds. One or two a week probably, so there's not only a couple of weeks worth in there, and it's pretty good actually because there's quite a lot of problems with these. They're getting a bit of aphid damage, so they do need to come out. And I've got some beetroot in there, and another lettuce bed, so I will soon have quite a lot of this year's lettuce, which means I can pull all the overwintered lettuce out and start afresh. And then I'll probably do another lettuce planting in kind of May time, and maybe another one in July, because last year I did run short of lettuce in August, which was a bit of a blow. Right, so that is pretty much my plot. We'll revisit it later on today, hopefully with the stumps disappeared, and I'll just show you the broccoli, which is looking still really great. I'm really excited about that. And we're still munching our way through these sprouts. Most of our sprouts are still on Jenny's plot, but there's plenty here, and they're looking really lovely at the moment. Really tight. They're not suffering at all with the weather. Really pleased with those. So yeah, we popped a few more lamb's lettuce in here. There's more there. Alright, well I'll switch off and we'll just pop round to Debbie's plot. So this is Debbie's plot. Everything's going well. As I think I said last week, we moved this bed from my plot, and it fits in just really nicely there. Garlic's chugging along, no problems there. Lots of lovely corn salad there. A few herbs. Some of these broad beans haven't survived, but all the ones on Jenny's plot have. These are the dwarf Suttons. They don't seem to have been quite as tough as the Aquadulce ones. Miner's lettuce there. Lots of kale, lots more broccoli. Debbie's new arch, which is going really nicely, and she's put wire up the back look as well. So it's just going to be a real cascade of veg and flowers there. Lots of the pots she's planting into. Yeah, first signs of rhubarb. Loads more broccoli, more broad beans, kale, and more broccoli. So yeah, it's really shaping up nicely. It won't be long before it's all really springs to life. And we'll make a move now to Jenny's plot. So here we are on Jen's plot. And first thing we've done, we've finished all the potato pots, so those are all prepped with compost and ready to go. We'll just dig some little holes and plant the potatoes in. These smaller ones are for earlies, and these are for the sapamiras. So we've got quite a few of those. So I'm interested to see how those will go by comparison with the ones that will get planted in this bed here. Once all these brassicas are out, so best get eating cabbage and sprout tops. We're doing our best. So this ground has all been manured and forked. It's not been dug because it's a no dig bed, but it has just been forked just to loosen the ground a bit. And we've got here are winter alliums, so we've got a mix of garlics, can't remember what they're called, like little onions, shallots, that's it, some onions and more garlics. So that's looking really nice. I'm really pleased with the way that's gone. Finished planting the strawberries down here underneath the hedge. Little flower borders looking nice. And then we've put a 2-inch mulch of compost down around these brassicas, and so this is all ready now, this bed, for planting. So this bed here is going to be the brassica bed down to here, and then when these come out we're going to put onions in here where these brassica are at the moment, and then we're not far away from planting peas in that part of the bed and beans in that part of the bed. And so I'm really pleased with the way that's going. Debbie's just moved this bean frame that was down there. We're moving all the bean frames to the ends of the beds for easier access and to minimise the number of paths. And then this bed is going to be where all the winter and summer squashes are. But right now it's full of these amazing colettes. Broad beans are down here. Oh, we have just prepared this bed here, this one that I said the brassicas were going in, and I put spent mushroom compost down there, and a little bit of lime as well, which you can't see now because it was underneath the spent mushroom compost, which is limed already a little bit, so we've not put very much lime down. This bed will be brassicas once the broad beans have been harvested, and that's already been mulched in the autumn with spent mushroom compost, so I'm really pleased with the way that's going, and it won't be long before we'll be fastening these broad beans to the canes. They're starting to grow quite strongly now, so that's pretty good. And then the only little bit we've got left is this shard. It's not doing fantastic. It's a little bit shady here, and obviously it's not been great this winter, but it's not too bad. So I think that is the end. That's Jenny's plot. Quick update on what's been going on. So we'll come back on my plot a little bit later when we've done some more work. Well, the tree surgeon didn't arrive. Apparently his £25,000 brand new stump grinder broke down about 20 minutes before he got here on the previous job. So he wasn't very happy, but he's coming back next week, so all is good. Anyway, give me a chance to do a bit of tidying up. So this is my overwintered carrot bed, and I've given it a good weed and a good trim because there was a lot of dead leaves on these carrots, but I tried some of them the other day and they're really nice, so I'm hoping they'll provide a really good spring crop. Gave the spinach beet a good tidy up as well, got rid of all the low-lying leaves, little slug traps. It's looking pretty good. The lamb's lettuce corn salad, that's looking good. Planted up my carrot bed. It's actually interplanted now, so it's carrots and spring onions and radish, so pretty excited to see how that goes. Gave this bed a bit of a tidy up, that bed a bit of a weed, took all the low-lying leaves, really large leaves, off the mustard greens, and they look a lot better now. It's just that one still to take off. These are the sort that I was taking off, basically not good enough to eat, and again, slug traps. Cleared up most of the poor quality leaves on all of the spinach, and given everything a good weed over here. Basically done the same with this bed, tidying it up. All pretty good. I'm quite pleased, everything's looking good. Just a little bit of watering to finish off, and then I'm going home. It's getting a bit cold now, so be pleased to get the beds tidied up, closed up rather, and get home. See you soon.